Hey everybody, this is Nick from Arcade Hunters. I'd really like to thank you all for checking out the previous videos of The Wizard of Oz that I shot at the New York Comic Con this past weekend. I'd also like to thank my friend Brandon and also Sharon and Eric for helping me get there. I wasn't really planning on going out to the Comic Con last weekend. I was actually going into John's to take a couple of videos and play some more pinball, but once I got the invite that they had an extra ticket, I took it up on them and I went, and that was the first place I went to, was to go over to see Jack and to play some pinball. And also I have to thank everybody there at Jersey Jack for being so nice and friendly and welcoming to me. These guys are great. Jack and Drew and everybody there, these guys care about pinball, and I really hope that this game is going to do well for them. So I wanted to do this video. I had two more videos that I had with some extra footage that I shot. Unfortunately, one of them, the guy put his arm in front of it while I was trying to film and wouldn't let me leave my tripod there. So, instead of deleting them, I thought I would give you my overall impression, since I saw a varying range of comments that I got from some of the previous videos. So, first things first, as I was saying to Jack, this game is not complete. They got another few months to go. I was hearing hopefully they want to get this out by December or January at the latest. And that's pretty much, the code's not done yet. So the game only has the music from the main theme and when you get into multi-ball. So a lot of people are complaining that, oh, the main theme's going to loop over and over again. I don't think it's going to do that, because the person that's in charge of doing the software design is a guy by the name of Keith Johnson. And, you're going to say, who the hell's Keith Johnson? Because if you're not a pinball fan, Keith Johnson worked on a couple games at Stern. He worked on The Simpsons Pinball Party, and he also worked on Lord of the Rings, that are known for having a lot of great modes in. So I can't wait to see what Keith is going to do with this, and I can probably tell Keith is working on it right now as I record this video. And this game, as I said in one of the previous videos, is that videos and pictures of this game, HD quality or not, don't do it justice until you see it. Because, I was having problems with some of the people that were saying, they don't like LED lighting, and I'm one of those people that don't like it in older games. But what they did with the LEDs in this, it looks great. I mean, you can't tell that you're looking at new LEDs, because they look really, really cool. And they don't have a glare to it, because I've seen other people that have decked out current machines in LED lights, and it looks like like it's suffering from radiation poisoning. It just has this weird, disgusting glow to it. It doesn't look good to it. And if it's the Playfield Inviso-Glass, or just what they're using, it just looks 10 times better. It doesn't have that weird, awful look to it. And right here you can see more of the LCD screen. Sorry for not getting it in a lot of the videos. Some people have complained that, it's too much information on the screen at once, but I think for what they're doing, it's a cool idea. It's split up into 4 quadrants with the score on the bottom. The top left has the number of guards that you have to knock down to get into the rescue mini playfield. And sometimes they'll have 1, 2, or 3 on there, and every time you hit it, it corresponds with the drop target that's in the top left of the game. There's, on the bottom left, is the Haunted Forest. And every time you hit a pop bumper, it'll spell out another word in Haunted. And right now that didn't do anything. Their bottom right is for spelling out the word Rainbow. I don't know what that does either. And also the top right is for the 3 characters, for the Tin Man, for the Scarecrow, and for the Cowardly Lion. And every time you roll over them and complete their name, that's when you can lock the ball. For multi-ball, going up the twister ramp, which is another thing I wanted to address. I actually recorded this 4 other times and I forgot to say it, was when they were doing the videos on Pinball News, I noticed a lot where you hit that ramp and the ball would come screaming back. And I had no problem with it unless I didn't hit it right. And I was talking with one of the designers, Drew, and he was telling me that the lane's actually wide enough. He said you can fit 2 balls side by side going up that ramp. So I had no problem shooting it, and it's not a problem with the flippers. The flippers have well more than enough punch on him to go through it. And you can tell because, I was able to backhand the shot with the right flipper, and it worked pretty good. And thank you, sir, for putting your arm in front of the camera. Even there, I asked him, is it alright if I film? He goes, yeah. So he put his arm in front of the camera. I guess it's New York. But, hopefully, this game for me kind of felt like playing the Simpsons Pinball Party with having the mini playfield where you want to try to keep the ball up there as long as you can to open up the doors to sink the ball in to start the one mode that they have for it's going to be a multi-ball. I was actually shown what the multi-ball was going to be, what the movie was, but being a licensed game, they have to go through all the legality and stuff like that, trying to get all the stuff with it. The State Fair balloon, where it's the little pop bumper down there, is really cool. If you jostle and shake the machine enough, you can get it to pop back out. So it's not like, with, most of the games that have a kickback that'll kick back out. You actually have to work for it and stuff like that. The Ruby Red Slipper Flippers, hopefully they patent that name, looked really, really cool. They had a really cool look to it. And, what was really cool was I was talking to Jack about, he was telling me the whole stuff about how they actually make these games as far as the process goes, where they say that, all the wood is put into like this special printing process that, it's actually printed on to the cabinet, the playfield and also on the side. So it's not a sticker, it's not a decal, it's not something that's going to flake off or get scratched, when you're moving it. And I don't think you're going to be able to move it that good because this thing is pretty damn heavy. And it's not just the, the LCD monitor in the back. It is, Jack was telling me it's a lot lighter than Pinball 2000s. And, I'm looking really forward to what these guys are going to do with it. And I'm going to be there with my honest thoughts and opinions of it. And, they said it's going to be ready in a few months. And hopefully they're going to be doing launch parties. I know John at Reciprocal is going to do one. I know the guy that runs Pinholic, I'm screwing up his name right now off the top of my head. His name is Alan. Pretty much if you go to almost any bar in New York City that has a pinball, there's a good chance it might be one of Alan's games. I know Alan's getting a limited Emerald City edition. They sold 1,300 of them. I think the Emerald Cities are all gone, so they're just doing the normal editions. Definitely go check them out at Jersey Jack Pinball. And Doctor Who even came to see. Yes, Todd Barker came to see. So guys, thank you very much for checking out these videos. I'm going to have a lot more from the New York Comic Con in the coming weeks and months. And thank you very much for watching. Be sure to check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and also here on YouTube. Guys, thank you very much for watching. And we'll be back with more videos from the New York Comic Con. Thanks for watching.